Hello, and welcome to round one. This actually looks like a fairly reasonable hand. We're on the draw, but we've got two drops, a Lagak, and decent mana. We'd like to hit a swamp with this, but we've already got the wastes in the forest, so I think we keep this all day. Opponent mulled to 6 on the play. That is also not a bad thing. From our perspective, it's probably not so great from his. The 7-drop in hand looks awkward, but if we draw a Titan's Presence, it means it kills every damn thing on the planet. And if we rip lands, it means we've at least got something to do with them. And that'll help us cast it. If we can get to 5, we can get to 7. So if this hits a swamp, then it's just a perfect day to be Travis. Well, it didn't hit a swamp. I do want that 4th land though, and I'm willing to draw a forest more than I need to get it. It means we're not going to have the perfect dream curve of Stalking Drone into S-Laughter Drone into Saddleback, but this hand wants mana, and it kind of doesn't have to be black. It'd be nice if there was some black, but it doesn't have to be. There's a reasonable chance we just trade this Stalking Drone off, as much as I've talked it up. Like, if we don't... Well, I guess the argument is, since we have the wastes, we could threaten to block and activate next turn and hold it back. So maybe taking that first hit is okay. Right, because this would be a 3-4, and then he's got to have a trick to get through it. So I think maybe we do it that way. I mean, unless, you know, Elemental Uprising eats our breakfast. Which kind of saves us from having to worry about it, I suppose. That was not ideal, but it's a thing that happens. Oblivion Strike is good to have. Yeah, this hand looked really good, and now it's starting to look a lot worse. That said, our opponent's down to 3 cards now. They're not playing crazy amazing stuff. Playing like green-red mediocre dudes. And we've got an answer for that once it gets out of control. That would have been useful a long time ago. I mean, I can play it. It's probably better than playing a naked Lagak. So we play it, we trade it here. It even trades through a lot of combat tricks. Not all of them. Sure Strike would get us. Then we can slam the Channeler, then the Bane. And then we have a plan. Like, if we can resolve that, we probably get to win. I was going to say they should 100% attack here. And we're 100% going to trade. You got me. If they were going to attack, I probably would have done it first if it was me. Now, with any luck, they don't have something Boulder Salvo. They should start hitting a land pocket at some point, which is good in that it means they're not drawing more action, and bad in that they'll start being able to deploy some of their threats. I can play a Hedron Crawler into Lagak, which give us a lot of time, or I can play the Bane. Now the challenge with the Bane is if he has any combat trick, we're kind of screwed. If he goes land press into service, we're just dead. That kind of makes me want to play the Lagak and just make sure we're super crazy safe. And then maybe next turn do something else. So I have so much mana next turn. And I got a 5/5 now. Like, that demands respect. I think I like that. It's a little slower to get on the offensive. But it leaves us decent blocks for anything he could want to send our way. And it'll leave us with a 5/5 untapped when we play the Bane. Alright, we could play our own embodiment, but I think we all know what needs to happen here. Worldbreaker next turn to exile his mountain would be super hot. Like, he can trade this for 2 dudes, but he's also going to 4-for-1 himself before that happens. And I suspect our Oblivion Strike's going to be pointed at this guy. Because, like, maybe he sacks, you know, a forest, 2 forests, double blocks with, like, this and this. Does he have to attack here? He might. It basically just means we're not blocking with the Bane. Okay. So if I play the embodiment, do I have enough to cast the Oblivion Strike after? Yes, as long as I don't send in this. So I think we do that and send with the land. And the Bane, and get our damage on. There's even an argument that I might want to send the Lagaik to, but I don't, as it turns out. Well, maybe I do. It trades with everything. I've got an Oblivion Strike if he grows that. And I've got this guy back to block. I think this is what we do. It makes him take some damage after he blocks this. He doesn't have turn against mana up, so we don't have to worry about that. It's enabling our Mindraker. What? So like his plan could be to double block it, grow this guy huge and take 6, and then we just O-strike this and it's kind of game over. Okay. God, we don't even have to do anything to it right now is the thing. Like, let's say he presses him to start, like, we just don't need to kill it. Yeah, because if he doesn't do anything else, I can just untap and kill it next turn. Like, trading it for this in a combat trick means he's almost dead. Pardon me. Put it deep in thought. mean, maybe they've got a Devour. Or maybe they've got a Lava Step Raider. That could be a thing you could have. I'm just going to do the thing. This can't trade for either of these now, nor can it next turn. So I think we just beat with these. Yeah, if he's jumping now, we're pretty happy. Leaves him dead on board next turn unless he... What? Plays multiple blockers? Aw, Dragon Master Outcast. Alright, we can go in now. I don't know why I didn't send that in last turn. I should have. It was just bad play. I'm used to holding lands when you've got no action, but when you have a reason to play them, you should probably do that. You're just giving your opponent extra draw steps when you choose not to. So he's kind of mediocre red-green landfall with an aggressive tint, like the Elemental Uprising certainly gets there. The Dragon Master Outcast is a real problem that we don't have good solutions for. Titan's Presence does it. Oblivion Strike does it. Nothing else does it. That may mean I want to scour from existence and or an Elemental Uprising to try to stop it. It's really hard to make Elemental Uprising work, though. Like, I know he played one against us and it was good. That doesn't mean it'll be good for us against him. It kind of doesn't seem like Lead by Example is going to be phenomenal. Like, he has to draw the card and not be losing. But I mean, it means I'm going to be a hell of a lot more careful with that Oblivion Strike and the Titan's Presence. The neat thing is even Eyeless Watcher enables the Titan's Presence for that guy. We could also consider Witness the End as a possible... You know what? I think I like that if we're going on the play. Discard's better on the play. Yeah, and that's a card you're incentivized to hold anyway. Let's try that here, and then we make a different swap. Oh, we're not going on the play because we won. We're going on the draw. Why do I always get that confused? And why don't you guys ever tell me? To be like Travis. That's not how Magic works. I'm still going to keep this, but I feel a little stupid. Not a lot of stupid, but a little stupid. Here's another hand where, like, if this Thicket hits a waste, we're pretty happy. Do we take a swamp, though? We probably do. There's one of our colorless sources that we're not drawing and the Bane that we're not drawing. But we do need the 5th mana. As I mentioned, we kind of want to hold that Titan's Presence. Like, if we have to burn it, we have to burn it. But the Dominator Drone, we're almost assuredly playing on turn 3. Loam Larva is not the most threatening thing on the earth. The challenge of playing the Dominator Drone is now the Titan's Presence is turned off. Like, I'm not going to use it to kill a Loam Larva. I expect it's going to block and trade off, and then we play the Broodhunter Worm and kind of stare at each other for a little bit. Oh, no? Okay. Works for me. good old Dominator drone. Do you have reality hemorrhage? No? Okay, cool. Mina and Din. Alright. That's a real card. Attacking into that and using Vines would normally seem pretty good, except Vines still would 2-for-1 us to get rid of it. So that's not really the droid I'm looking for. I think we're just going to play the Brood Hunter Worm with the idea that we probably trade these. We're going to need a colorless creature really fast. And even if it's a drone, I don't think we play it out. Because like Land Dragon Master Outcast is super, like that is the spell that kills us. I was gonna say we might not even play the World Breaker, but I guess that has the advantage of eating the lands. But he could easily make a 6th land drop here if he wanted to. Our next turn looks like Lagak attack. The Saddleback Lagak attack is back. Oh, I'm a hack. Do the thing. That's not the thing. Don't do that thing. We don't have a good solution to lands. Although I suppose trading cards for lands does solve some of our problems. And that the Dargon Master Outcast is significantly less scary. That said, I still don't think we do it here. This guy will be able to eat those lands after we have Lagaked it. Oh. Okay. I was not expecting that attack. It's a little unusual, but these are getting snap traded. That implies very strongly that he has the Dragon Master Outcast in hand. And there's the sideboard card we brought in against it. What have you got? Mantis and Elemental Uprising. Okay, that's fine. I think because we've got the Vines, we swing. Like, he doesn't even get us if he double blocks, right? Yeah, he does get us if he double blocks. He's not going to double block. He's going to take it and swing back. We're clearly advertising that we have Vines. I kind of don't care. What's he going to do? Not play around it? The bad news is a top deck Dargon Master Outcast really eats our bacon. Alrighty then. I thought they would see this coming. But it's better for us if they don't. Hi, I'm a 5/5 worm. What's up? We can't save the swamp in hand in case we draw our embodiment. See, like, I'm not playing this. These two get to sit in my hand for the rest of the game. Because I snap lose to Dragon Master Outcast still. And I don't want to just lose the game. Like, it's tempting to play it and support onto it and be like, we're going to win. But this gives me the ability to win a game even when he top decks the best card he could possibly top deck. Because Giant Mantis we just don't care about. It does not do the thing. Alright. Can put into 1 here if I want to be super aggressive about it. Like, let's say we presence that. Swing team. He goes to 1. Even if he top decks the guy, we would play this. And he'd have 2 blockers to our 2 blockers, but he has to block with the other dude. But the simple fact is there's creatures he could draw that eat the worm. So I think we just go in here. It's likely that he chomps. And if he takes it, we basically got him dead next turn. Elemental Uprising? Sure. Good game, sir. You were too aggressive. And just for the rub ends, because I'm a terrible person. Come on. We're going to hit you with a land. It's going to be great. Death by forest. Yes. Yes. Why take your opponent to -1 when you can take them to -4? I don't usually do still had all these moments, but I kind of couldn't resist. Thanks for tuning in, folks. We'll be back for round 2 in just a moment.